What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid TCG. We have a matchup today of Blue Buggy into Red Rayleigh. Kind of practiced a little bit. I think I know what all the zero cost events do now. So that's a good sign. But yeah, we're gonna mull our hand. We won the dice roll. We were going first. Got a slightly different list here today. I'll talk about it maybe at the end when we get the deck list. But yeah, some new ideas trying out. And this is a matchup that I think is pretty favorable for us. We get Promo Buggy out early. That can shut off a lot of their more danger boss monsters. Rayleigh's effect is you can't run more than 5 costs or higher. And then also you can reveal 2 events and give one of your characters plus 2,000 power. We're going to start off with a Galdino Searcher, search top 4. Going to add a Mihawk blocker, and we're going to pass. But yeah, Promo Buggy does a lot of work because it can shut off their 3s and 4s. But however, it can't shut off the 1s and 2s, and they do swing the 1s and 2s a lot. Here we have a Buggy Searcher. Searches top 4 or 5 for a red event. So yeah, another thing about that Buggy is it can't be KO'd by slash characters or just slash cards, I guess. So my leader can't kill that Buggy, so it's going to be very troublesome. My Galdinos can. They're special type, but they're weaker than the Buggy, so it's not going to be free. I have to put some Dawn in there. Meanwhile, we're going to search again with the Galdino, and then we're going to swing another. I think we're going to swing 7 life, takes no trigger. She goes to her 4 Dawn turn. Yeah, just thinking it through. The Buggy will be very tough to kill because I can't swing my leader into it. Because it has the slash attribute. Can't be KO'd by slash attribute. And I'm going to realize how much of my deck is slash attribute here. Mihawk is slash. Croc and Mihawk is slash and special, so it gets the slash attribute. She's going to swing 5 life. It's a cross guild trigger. We can search top 4. We can add a Croc and Mihawk. We already have a Croc and Mihawk in hand. Probably could add another 2k Kabaji, just thinking it through. We're gonna add the 2k Kabaji. Not a lot of removal in this deck. I know the Mole Pistol could be run, but if I get Croc and Mihawk out, she's gonna tap 4 for a Luffy, which if she reveals 2 events and there's 2 given Dawn. Again, it's 2,000 power if there's 2 given Dawn, but it's able to play another character. Is able to play the Sanji down, the 2k Sanji. The Buggy she uses leader effect to buff the Buggy, put some Dawn on it as well, and then swings a big number in there, and we take that hit as well. And then we're going to swing a 5 life. Now I got her down to 3 life. Now we're going to leader ability. Think about which one to go with first, whether it's Croc and Mihawk or Promo Buggy. Then decide to go Promo Buggy. The reason being is she's going to be at 6 Dawn next turn. I know Mole Pistol and Divine Departure are big cards, or could potentially be big cards in this deck. So if she's got Divine Departure, she can kill the Buggy, I think, right away. I think that takes 6 Dawn. Mole Pistol, though, is a more common one. Can't do that without power reduction. I'm going to get this Buggy out right now, shut off the Luffy, and then let's Croc and Mihawk no matter what next turn. So the Sanji and the Buggy can still attack. That Sanji has an effect where you can pop a life, gain an extra 2,000 power, and then also get 2 rested Dawn. So essentially can swing 7k, but will require popping a life. We do have the Mihawk blocker out now, and again, nothing on our board. Just the Galdinos is able to kill that Buggy because the Mihawk is slash, the Buggy can attack. I think it might even be slash anyways, and the character Buggy, or excuse me, the leader Buggy is also slash. So we got about like 7 or 8 cards in hand. We have a good decent amount. I'm expecting to take 3 swings this turn. 1 from the Buggy, 1 from the Sanji, 1 from Lee. She's mapping it out. And again, she's on 6 Dawn. We are on 5. We'll be on 7 next turn. Taps 2 for a Boa. Able to search top 5 for a red event or character, I believe, of cost 4 or less, 3 or less. And is going Also has a secondary effect where you can trash it to give 2 rested Dawn. Gonna add, I believe that's an armament hockey. It might have been Conqueror's Hockey. One of the zero cost events. It's hard to tell the difference between them. But here is a observation hockey, which allows her to give one active Dawn to leader, search top 4. I forget what the searches are, but probably a red event or a character of lesser power or something along those lines. I know it's a searcher. A searcher for the deck. Zero cost event that you give one active Dawn to. Then she has 3 standing Dawn. She shows 2 events to buff up the Buggy 2,000 power, so the Buggy's now at 5. She puts a Dawn on it as well, so she swings 6. I'll give a 2K here. Then another 6. We'll give another 2K. She has 2 Dawn standing, and she's going to activate the Sanji, where she takes the life, gives it an extra 2,000 power, gives it 2 rested Dawn. This should be a 7K swing, unless she puts more Dawn on it. Decides to just swing the 7. We'll take this one, no trigger, and passes it back to us. So now, just thinking about it, I'm definitely going to Croc and Mihawk this turn. That means I have 2 extra Dawn to play with. I can't clear that Buggy, but I can clear that Sanji. I can swing my lead into the Sanji. I'll swing 5 into the 3. She does have 2 Dawn standing. I'll swing 5 into the 3. We're able to get that. And then now it's just like, what am I going to do with the remaining Dawn? I have 2 extra Dawn, so I'm going to swing a 4 into the 3. Potentially could have swung 3 twice with the Galdinas. That might have been better. Just get a 2K out of hand. Now I'm going to leader ability, pitch a promo Buggy. Going to play down the Croc and Mihawk, draw 2, trash 1. I'll probably pitch the promo Croc. It doesn't really seem like, I'm just looking at it. I'm actually going to pitch the promo Buggy, but the promo Croc is one that it bottom decks 2,000 power, but all our powers are going to be 3,000, it looks like. We're going to play down an Alvida, draw 3, trash 2. We'll pitch a Richie blocker and that promo Croc off of it. I actually have 1 extra, so I had to get rid of that Galdino. And also, I think that was a slight mistake. I should have gotten rid of the rested Galdino. But yeah, now on the board that can swing, it's just the Boa and the Buggy. She goes to her 8 Dawn turn. Now we have protection as well with the Croc and Mihawk. So our promo Buggy is going to be able to stand up. It's going to take 2 instances of removal in order to kill the promo Buggy. So she's reading the Croc and Mihawk. And yeah, we're in a spot where next turn, again, our entire board, the Alvida can swing into the Buggy. So next turn, she turns the Buggy and the Boa sideways. Potentially, we can clear them, depending on what she plays next. We also, I believe we have a 10 cost Buggy in hand. We can get that out next turn. We also have a Gravity Blade in hand. That could come in handy as well, depending on how wide she goes. But yeah, having the Mihawk blocker is big. It's going to help us probably prevent one of these attacks. And we have a lot of cards in hand. So definitely don't want to go down to 0 life, knowing that she has a unblockable event with Rayleigh. Here we're just having a hypothetical where the hypothetical, she's not going to do this, but she said if I put 2 Dawn on the Boa, let's say I swing it, and then I trash the Boa, those Dawn would become rested, but would they become rested in time for her to activate the second part of her effect where you can give 2 rested Dawn somewhere? And we're just thinking about it, talking about it. I'm like, I think that's good. Yeah. We're not 100% on it, but we're pretty sure that's the rule. Is because that's the cost. It happens in 2 phases. Trashes. The Dawn would become rested, and then you can give the Dawn. So yeah, just an interesting interaction that we're talking it out. We have another person joining in as well. But she said she's not going to do it, but she was just wondering about that. So yeah, she's at 8 Dawn here. Again, expecting 3 swings. She shows it 2 events to buff up. she's showing the 2 events to buff up the boa. And then she's going to play Armament Hockey, which give an active Dawn and plus 1,000 power. So she pluses the 1,000 power to the boa. So now it's plus 3,000. And she's going to, looks like she's setting aside 2 more Dawn. Yeah, just thinking it through. Going to put an extra Dawn on the bow and swing 7. We'll give 2k, 1k. Now going to tap 2 for the Sanji. The same one we've killed earlier. Use the effect of Boa to trash to give rested Dawn to the Buggy. Put an extra 2 Dawn on it. Swing 7 life now. And it looks like she could swing a potential 8 again, so we can Mihawk block and then 2k at that point. With the 2 Dawn standing and the Rayleigh on board, or the Rayleigh leader. But she's just going to, it looks like, swing to 6, and at that point we would just block with the Mihawk for free. It looks like she's trying to keep those 2 Dawn separate. So she swings 6 into the Galdino, and this is the interesting thing because I'm like, like, it's a free block, might as well block it. But like, I don't really care about that Galdino, but yeah, well, I guess it was free. So now we go to our 9 Dawn turn, and here's where I'm going to spend a decent amount of time thinking. Because, like, I have 9 Dawn. I'm going to swing 3 into the Buggy with the Galdino. I think I should just swing the Alvida into it, but I'm going to swing 3 into it. And she's going to Conqueror's Hockey, so it gains plus 2,000, and everything on my board gets minus 1,000 power. I don't actually have a 10-cost Buggy in hand. I'm going to play down and search for one. And I'm going to be able to add one. So I can bottom deck the Buggy. I can bottom deck the Sanji. And I didn't tap a Dawn for that Galdino. But I'm going to figure it out in a second. I'm like, oh, because there should be one rested because it was on the Galdino. And then I played a second one, the one I swung, and then I played over it. So I should have 2 tapped Dawn. I'm going to figure it out here in a second. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? So I have 7 Dawn here. My thought process is this. I can Gravity Blade these 2 away, and it's going to be okay. Or I could put the 2 Dawn on the Alvida and swing into the Buggy. She still does have 1 standing Dawn. And if I swing into the Buggy, then I bottom deck the Sanji. But instead, I'm just going to swing the Alvida. Alvida currently at 4,000 power. She's going to Conqueror's Hockey again. Same thing. Everything's minus 2,000 power. And the Buggy lives. So now I'm just thinking, like, I can't kill that Buggy. Do I bottom deck the Buggy? Do I bottom deck the Sanji? I think the move would probably be to bottom deck the Sanji because it can gain more power and establish the 10-cost Buggy. Or do I Gravity Blade both of them? And I'm just thinking about how this would go through. I do have the Mihawk blocker. I can't go down to 0 life because then there's an unblockable event. And I'm just thinking this through, and I think the smarter move here is to Gravity Blade and get rid of both of them, because if I do, then, like, next turn, unless she gives unblockable, I just give the Mihawk blocker and stay at 1 life, and I'm probably safe. So I'm going to go through with the Grav Blade. And Conqueror's Hockey also affects leader, so I can't really swing anything. I'm just going to pass. I have 5 cards in hand. I do have the Mihawk blocker here. She just has the Luffy on board that can't swing. She goes to 10 Dawn. We will be at 10 Dawn next turn. We could potentially go for game. We could also 10-cost Buggy, depending on what she establishes and what the board state is. But feeling in a good spot right here. Just have to be cognizant of the 0 cost event, the unblockable. It's a 0 cost event, but it's really a 2 Dawn event. So you have to give 2 active Dawn to a Rayleigh, and that Rayleigh gains unblockable. She's going to tap 4. Well, she's thinking about tapping 4. First, she puts 1 on Rayleigh, and then she's going to Mole Pistol. And here I think she makes a slight mistake because she minuses 5,000 power to the Croc and Mihawk and then attempts to pop the Alvida. I don't think that works. I think the Mole Pistol pops a 2,000 power less, so and the Alvida's at 5,000 power. So I do give a card to protect the Alvida, but I think that was a slight mistake. I think if she would have popped the Croc and Mihawk though, which she could have, I would still give a card for that. So now she puts the Rest of Dawn on Rayleigh, and I'm just gonna block 2k, 1k. And she passes with 2 Dawn standing. Again, I'm trying to stay at 1 life, so I'm not in danger of the unblockable event going through. And here, I think the move here is I could put a lot of pressure on. I'm going to start with a 7k swing. She does have 2 standing Dawn, so I'm just going to put pressure on. Probably just play the 10 cost Buggy. She takes, no trigger. I'm going to swing another 7 life. She gives, I believe, an Armament Hockey and a 1k. I'm thinking about whether to swing 8 here. I'm going to swing 8 life, no trigger, and I could swing a huge number for game, but I'm ultimately just going to play it safe. Let's get the Buggy, let's bottom deck the Luffy, and let's keep the Mihawk blocker standing. So she goes to 10 Dawn again. She's going to Observation Hockey, put an active Dawn on a Rayleigh, search top 4, I believe, for a red event. It's going to add another Mole Pistol. And just thinking it through. And at this point, she just scoops. Her hand is all, I don't know if you can see there, it was Rush Zoros and Kid and Killers, which were just awesome cards, but they get shut off by Promo Buggy. And a lot of bricks. So yeah, this was a fun matchup. Again, Promo Buggy does a lot of work. It doesn't make it free. The 1s and 2s still can attack, and you can see how that one Buggy is annoying. You still have to be cognizant of the fact that it can't be killed by Slash. And depending on who you play and depending on the level of tournament, if you swing into it, some people will be like, yep, that's your swing, like you can't take it back. Some people will let you take it back. But just be super cognizant that most of this current list is Slash, and you can't KO that Buggy. But yeah, I think we played it well. So here's the thoughts on the new list. No 4-cost Buggy anymore. The reason being is I really like that in terms of being able to get a Mihawk out early. Mihawk is the only unconditional blocker that used to be in the deck. But now we have the chump blocker Richie. We can get that out early. And I like the idea. I don't think we need the 4-cost Buggy anymore. I'm trying to find more space. So we took those out for 2 more 2Ks, which were the 2 Buggy 2Ks, the 6 cost, and then 1 Grav Blade. I'm not sold on that Buggy 2K at this point. I think it might just be better if it was 2 Kabajis if you're going to go that route with 2Ks. But just testing it out. Going to continue testing it just to see if it pops up in any circumstances. But yeah, that's the reason behind it. I think Richie is kind of pretty clutch. I like Richie. I can't wait for it to be the PRB 02 blocker Galdino though, but alas. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Let me know in the comments and think good and different. I really appreciate you guys, and see you next time.